Question, you will never have to. Question, you will never have to question my love. Question, you will never. Question, you will never have to question my loyalty, but the moment is always stripped there for the stuff, for the life of the matter, for the only depart, for the nothing, for the life, for the process, for the discovery, the everlasting perpetual, the process of discovering yourself. I don't want to beat small talk. Text me, but I don't want to say hello. And maybe it was a halo for the you was not had hello for the tell me why you got to get so angry. The stuff for the morning for the when you can have a scar. Or the piece in the night for the paragraph for the spent your time for the December for the half asleep for the tell me yourself for you could believe in God for the tell me about the first time you seen me cry for the going on. But the hours are the same, but never in the same. The time it's border for the hanging around to everywhere I stay. I don't want to song this song. I don't want to talk to someone else. I want to talk with them. Rather, but not to make it this. I can be very much of the same words.
I love her inside that offer, honey. Played that song for them. God, love, memories about this dream.
Question, you will never have to question my loyalty when the moment is always stripped there for the stuff, for the life of the matter, for the only depart, for the nothing, for the life, for the process, for the discovery, the everlasting perpetual, the process of discovering yourself. At all. I don't want to beat small talk. Text me, but I don't want to say. Question, you will never have to question my loyalty when the moment is always stripped there for the stuff, for the life of the matter, for the only depart, for the nothing, for the life. Question, you will never have to question it. Question, you will never have to question my loyalty when the moment is always stripped there for the stuff, for the life of the matter, for the only depart, for the nothing, for the life, for the process, for the discovery, the everlasting perpetual, the process of discovering yourself. All of it, at all. But I don't want to beat small talk. Text me, but I don't want to say hello. And maybe it was a halo for the you was not had a hello for the tell me why you got to get so angry. Stuff for the morning for the once you can have a scar. Or the piece in the night for the paragraph for the split your time for the on December for the half asleep for the tell me yourself for the you could believe in God for the tell me about the first time you seen me crying for the going on. But the hours are the same, but never in the same. At the time it's border for the hanging around to everywhere I stay. I don't want to song this song. I don't want to talk to someone. I just want to talk with whoever. But now you could know for the this. I could be very much of the same words. Words to the still thing for the thing. I can be the best. Say for the best for the wind blows. I can feel it when the people. I need to get encouraged with the need to be reminded with the wind blows. When I can feel it when the wind blows. I can feel it when I need to be, but believe in knowing I can be brave. It's not from for the capable to accomplish your dreams. Your dreams remind me of the blowing, the wind blows. Remind me of each other for the this that I can never feel it. Never had another sentence for the until I can search you for the inside of the way for the enough of me. I don't want to be a part of that. For this to be the making it happen and for the shocking you. Everything we want to be for the work we want it for the doing to get done for the must go through the people for the only group trying to stop you for this is you. Traveling that for the world should be free. Now much is marvelous enough for the wisdom that you could be the better, you could be the marvel. The world is not for the dangerous place, you could be the only for the evil, because you look and be the and do nothing. Never allow yourself to be the priority for the right, allowing yourself to be the option. And it's that for the never again, I'm gonna get over it. This is rather but not to bother you so much that you could be complacent and it can't be too. Because I never did for the loss of the best for the friend, for the so right, for the smile, for the mind. I am. That's what they wanted for the last thing you tasted the night. Right, taste the time. This to be the hoop what's the sprung of life. This is what the cut for the hair for the dark to change. And who's the woman for the understanding? Who's the last back for the womb? For the tune for the just to be the money for the only the moment. For only the method say that for the distance for that you could be the lover to breaking them apart. Recover again for this to be the making choices that she can have to do. Every single choice for this not easy enough for this to be delusion and knowing people you can have be surprised by the secret that they hide from you. That's the kind for the humans that want to stay with you. For the people to feel that always someone to be yourself inside. So I don't know what they think of you. Love it, destructive doubt. I'm not for the reply. Only if you can bring that for the one reason to keep you up for this to try to start for the conversation anymore for the universe to left in the middle, whatever. I can never find anything without me tired of you. Never mind, I go to sleep and be narcoleptic.
Just to make it rain, you're my winter, my spring, my everything.
partly what you make it into part of it, what you made by the friends you choose, what you want to choose to love you, and I had it forever inside your heart. Since it's not dirty enough for this number when it's dirty. This is the place where you can find for the world, enough for the planet, the planet that's not need for the success, for the planet, for the desperate, the needs and more, the peacemakers, for the endless restorer, your storyteller, for the levels of all kind. Be happy enough for the moment is life. You for the ready for the desperate, not for the taking for granted, for the adventure that your soul made, for the meet you, for the having at the same hiding place. Higher not in a higher place, so this to be the higher place with the peace of mind, for the discipline, finding contradiction, for the small child, love to the side, the heart for the two, contradiction, memory, feeling, for the ecstasy. You can never forget for the room, you take you taking back. And down for the choosing, just to be okay with you. Be okay, but you can be better with the haste, you taste it, money, but you can taste it with your five senses, and maybe you can add a piece of sense, for the heart, for the thousand, you for the I am not for the other people. You can find an understanding for what I do, for the bitter, for the love, for the things with. I find myself running for the pain, for the way, for the will, for the walk, and walk. I will make it with you, you can find me to feel it tonight. Use that power, for the thinking of you in the nights, and listen to half of me, listen. You so bad for the good hits, and I can be the other thankful for the time that we had. And do that. Don't go looking for trouble, trouble usually do find you. This is when I realize that it's just what you really do. Like the sun, you can decide to do it, make sure, making sure, making this will lead you strong. Make it up, everything when I need you. I'd rather have the question that can't be answered than answer those that can't be questioned. Straight in the desert, for the getting that slapped by the sun, for the dying, for the dose, for the cry, for the river, the drink. Because that type of the person that for the blind voice, for the lost inside of the sea, the silence for the screaming and monster. However, you're not making a sound at all for the but you leave with the shaking vocals. Because of that, for the type of the person you can find it for the follow you to the unknown depths, for the lost, the broken, the incapable of walking, with the moving and soul, for the cutting off the shining light, for the giving yourself, for the only the type of person who's the type of the writer, for the writer who's writer on, for the hardest to give an incomplete sentence of the living mind. One for the broken, you can find the loving, living pain. Least you be the living it because it is the type of the person that I am. Who am I for the who, the all for the different reasons for getting who to breathe and how to breathe, but this is really what I can do. Anything but the life and the why they're there. Never apologizing for nothing. First don't stop it to do me with the thing that I love. Makes it no matter for the most of the walk through the fire. Wait for the one for the still holding for the something was going to happen and willing and waiting for the sad thing to be good at it. And maybe focus on that but the people wake up with the different feelings and you can have one every day for this is going to be a shame for what you like for this is the only pace of I can remind myself that it's not going to be perfect unless I am. It's not okay to be not perfect. That's for the striving for the I really care for the distance to be the final way, but no matter what and how to make it harder with it, regardless of how hard it is, and I can be the manager. You want to be the love and the life of the matter for now that I love I wanted to not for the only center, but still even the love with myself and the love in my life, and they will always find a way to make it work with it, no matter how hard it is. Or how soft it is to be the type of person you want to be. There's still time for the change to road my own. Emotions are attractive. I pay attention to her words and they can mean the world for someone someday. Just a thought for the don't call me beautiful, that don't care about the intelligence, and I can find the love for the contagious enough for the smile, but I have something to offer too, for the half of the courage and the trust and the love for more times than August and one more time. The fly but I can't quit for the making out what it is, it takes time. Having no bad days and made hard to believe, and having something to smile for the somewhere for the falling in love with it, for the whenever you can frowning, and I think it this should make you crack at the smile again. Smiling what you think is what's wrong for the starting and asking what it's like. I don't care, I love you anyhow, for this is too late for them. You could be a part of better than who lives here now. My thoughts, my memories, the future, my past, my realizing that you can stay for the heart, for the never inside of my life, for the simple you have to realize.
I wander off into the sounds. I wander off into the sounds here. Muttering and you can achieve success for you. What are you doing for the you can thought for this? It's love to be free for the sun, for the both, for the your sides, and I see nothing but ugly. So stop looking for the partner or your partner for the focus on your goals. Rebuilding your life for the fact, for the right, for the person with the find that, for the way, for the you, for these to be the keep staring for the scar, for the you can have the urging of the more continuously. For the continent, this is the best thing. For the people that always be the condescending, for the always negative. Down for every move you can make. Washing your hands in of them, for they may be unfair for the things of the day, but they say for the single day, for the course of the whole lifetime. Do you ever wonder what the people's dream for the haven't there ever been for the I wonder what you would dream about? People that would love you, people that would hate you, and none of it at all for the having anything to do with you. Kindness, that form for the intelligence, is this the ability to learn even if you know what's coming, you never prepare for what it feels like. Seeing her cry still made me feel the same way it did last time. And maybe I don't cry, but it hurts, and maybe I won't say, but I feel. Maybe I don't show, but I care. Maybe yes, I go to the someone for exactly who they are, for then watch how they quickly transform into the greatest and the truest of the version of themselves, and I can be. Having a stop for the falling in love with the memories. For the feeling it all, but I cannot be okay for the lips to be the still here, though, for the breathing, for the only sometimes I can be enough for this is the contradictory feeling. Horrible in my life, for this is the ecstasy of life. How much pain it fits inside of me. And I hope that one day to think back to me for the realizing what you could do with it when he decided to push me away, for this would be the wise one. Some days I feel everything at once. Some days I feel nothing at all, for the don't know what's words enough, for the drowning, for the beneath the weight, for the dying, for the thirst. The problem is the chance for you to be the do your best, and this is not for the knowing what that you could do on track, for the becoming an unsure, for looking back and not knowing the testaments, when the time for this to be the unwinding, for the you are that. It's just that for the person. Accusing of the only instead of wondering why it isn't straight enough for the movement. Thinking you need one? You got exactly what you need for the fulfilling of your destiny for the day. I will make it happen. No tree. It said it can grow enough for the heavens unless it roots to reach down to the hell. And it was the moments when you passed this for the infected with it, and when the excitement for the living, for the believing that you had the strength to bear it. I wander off into the sounds here. Muttering and you can achieve success for you. What are you doing for the you can thought for this? It's love to be free for the sun, for the both, for the your sides, and I see nothing but ugly. So stop looking for the partner or your partner for the focus on your goals. Rebuilding your life for the fact, for the right, for the person with the find that, for the way, for the you, for these to be the keep staring for the scar, for the you can have the urging of the more continuously. For the continent, this is the best thing. For the people that always be the condescending, for the always negative. Down for every move you can make. Washing your hands in of them, for they may be unfair for the things of the day, but they say for the single day, for the course of the whole lifetime. Do you ever wonder what the people's dream for the haven't there ever been for the I wonder if what you would dream about? People that would love you, people that would hate you, and none of it at all for the having anything to do with you. Kindness, that form for the intelligence, is this the ability to learn even if you know what's coming, you never prepare for what it feels like. Seeing her cry still made me feel the same way it did last time. And maybe I don't cry, but it hurts, and maybe I won't say, but I feel. Maybe I don't show, but I care. Maybe yes, I go to the someone for exactly who they are, for then watch how they quickly transform into the greatest and the truest of the version of themselves, and I can be. Having a stop for the falling in love with the memories. Or the feeling it all, but I cannot be okay for the lips to be the still here, though, for the breathing, for the only sometimes I could be enough for this is the contradictory feelings. Horrible in my life, for this is the ecstasy of life. How much pain it fits inside of me. And I hope that one day to think back to me for the realizing what you could do with it when he decided to push me away, for this would be the wise one. Some days I feel everything at once. Some days I feel nothing at all, for the don't know what's words enough, for the drowning, for the beneath the weight, for the dying, for the thirst. The problem is the chance for you to be the do your best, and this is not for the knowing what that you could do on track, for the becoming an unsure, looking back and not Knowing the testaments for the time for this to be the unwinder for the you are that. Is just that for the persecution and for the only instead of wondering why it isn't straight enough for the movement. Thinking you need one? You got exactly what you need for the fulfilling your destiny for the day. I will make it happen. No tree. It said it can grow unleft for the heavens unless it roots to reach down to the hell. And it was the moments when you passed this for the infected, with when the excitement for the living, for the believer that you had the strength to bear it. I wandered on listening. I asked those questions to receive the questions to return. But why do you misdirect me for you know the pains? I feel myself becoming distant for all the highs. Can you see me fading with the glance in your eyes? Of the course, you are too focused on the webs of your lies. Nobody's perfect, of course. If her bra matches her panties when they take off her clothes, it wasn't who decided to have sex. It's overthinking for the everything will be okay in the end. And they're running for this is what you can't change for the me and then leaving. And I reserve that for the loyalty for those who do not make the questions of their own. Being with someone who knows exactly what they want and who they have, but they're only they're lost and lack to be found. The best kind of humans who would say and stay. And how do you know when it's supposed to be over? Whenever you feel in love with the memories, and you can only person to stand in front of you. Only those memories, and you can feel more than love for the memories than the person that's standing right. I feel sarcastic enough for the people that high laugh at the vocabulary. I could be the legend for the I could be the one for the asking. So I'm for how can I change the future without to change what I want to do for the data, for the what I wanted, for the porter, for the realize. Can't something one and not one and back for the thinking of what I am. I'm sick and maybe a place I am not sure I even exist, and then my heart is full. My body loved, and I so understood this to be the contact for what is I, for the dangerous, for the only to think, for the lovely, for the God so lovely I can be. Doing something I hate for you, but this is what it means to be in love. Nobody looks that good in the darkest hours, but it's those hours that make us what we are. We see the light for the others, for the treating them as you see, for whatever you do, to making sure you are poised and happy, for this is the love you have, for the nothing, for the over the offer you, for the good company. Peace of mind.